Hello ladies, and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58, the channel that reviews wigs for the mature woman. As I mentioned to you last week, I am kind of changing it up and getting a little bit further away from the lace front glue down wigs. I'm trying to not do that for a couple of weeks so that we can start looking at some things that are a little bit more practical for us in our age groups. So the second wig that I have for you is from Freetress Equal, and this is the care card. She is called Natural Me, and she's Natural Set S. Now, you probably remember that I reviewed another Natural Me wig not too long ago, and she was called Natural Set L, and she was long. As a matter of fact, I gave it away in a giveaway. So this is the wig. This is her in the pack. What I liked about this wig, I saw someone else review it, and I cannot remember. If I can figure out who it is, I'll let you know. But I just noticed that these curls right out the pack were like this. And I just thought how cool this is. I like that. I just love the curls. It is not a lace front, as I said. It is a lace part wig. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she's a right side. And you guys know I don't normally do right side girls, but I think she's a right side. So for all you right side lovers, this is her. She's pretty. The part, let's see. The part is not, I mean, it's not big. Yeah, it's kind of thin. You might want to pluck it out. And I don't know that I'm going to have to cut a V in the end of this one or not. But let me show you what the construction looks like inside. See, there are the two combs on both sides of the part. I am tongue-tied today for some reason. Two combs on both sides of the part, regular construction. In the back, there's one comb, and of course, it's one of those open caps. So she's got adjustable straps as well. And she's dark rooted. You know, I love that. You know, I love it when the dark root is there, because those of us who have dark hair, which is most of us, it's nice to have something that looks a little bit more natural when they have the other colors to kind of just blend in. So I'm just going to plop her on my head for right now, and we're going to see what she looks like. This is, okay, if she's a right side part, then I think I need to be moving it over this way. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not used to the right side part, so you have to forgive me. I'll try to figure this out. Now, normally when I have a part on, hey, I think I kind of like this. Yeah, she's a little bit sassy. Okay, but anyway, what I was going to say is normally when I have a part, and doggone it, you know I'm never prepared. Normally when I have a part, whether it's left or right, what I try to do is underneath here where my cap is, I try to like separate the hair, you know, like push it, you know, one side to the other side or whatever, so that I can kind of make a part in my own hair, if you know what I'm talking about. And then push my cap back a little bit so that I can set this part on my own hair. And if I can avoid wearing a cap at all, sometimes I like to do that, but it's not always feasible. So, you know, I try to just kind of push it back. And I think some people just wear darker caps, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to do with this one. Now, the thing about it is the brush can be your friend or your enemy. And in this case, I'm hoping that the brush is not my enemy, because I don't want to lose these waves. I really don't want to lose these, because, you know, I'm always trying to figure out which way this stuff is supposed to be brushed so it doesn't look totally crazy. But yeah, and with my wigs, most of the time with you guys, I don't always try these on before I show them to you. So a lot of times you're just looking at it right when I'm looking at it. You know, like this is the first time I'm looking at it. This is the first time you're looking at it. I like this. This is not, yeah. Yeah, this is really nice. And like you said, like I said, I don't do right sides, but this is hitting on something right here. I like this. Let me put my powder in here. And again, this is my FitMe, but this time I'm using a different color. I'm using 235 because the color that I normally put on my face, I think is too dark for the part. And then the other day, I think I did a wig with you guys, and it was a 130 was the color. And that I think was too light. So, and again, I can't see as well as you guys can because I've got like 3 lights on me and they're blinding me. So if it doesn't look like I'm getting the powder in the part, but more on the hair than, forgive me, because that's what these lights do. Oh, now it has those tabs on the side, you guys, like before. So I'm trying to even those out. It has those tabs on the side so that you can put it behind your ear and maybe bring your own edges out. Like, let me get a brush and see if I can just bring some of my own edges down. Yeah, you can bring your own edges down and make that look really cute. Yeah. So I'm feeling her. I'm feeling Natural Set S in this color, OT30. But anyway, let me show you what she looks like in the back. Oh, let me take my mic off. I know I'm hitting it. You're probably hearing all kinds of mess. Here we go. Here's the back. Now, she's not all brushed out. She's not all brushed out. So hold on. I'm going to see if I can hold this mic and do this at the same time. Just a little stroking here and there. And Lord knows I don't know what it looks like, but I will once I edit this. So, yeah, so she is cute, I think. And my goodness, there's something in my eye. She is really cute. And if you want to, you could probably, you know, flatten her down some with the hot comb. Now, my hot comb's not too hot today, so I don't want to burn this hair, because that can sure happen. And you do want to be careful with that, because, you know, I mean, synthetic hair is one thing when it comes to the hot comb, because you can use this pretty easily with human hair, but you really have to be careful with synthetic hair, because you can burn this puppy like quick, or it'll be melting like, you know, chocolate. So you want to be careful when you use the hot comb that the heat's not too high. So I'm really not trying to mess with her, because I don't want to burn her up. And as far as cutting a little V in the front, I don't really think it's necessary. I mean, you can see that mark, that demarcation mark. And again, you can take your scissors and cut an upside down V, just like a little bit here and a little bit there, to make it lay down a little bit further. That's what I did when I showed you guys the blonde wig I had last week. But yeah, she's a winner, I think. And she's not shedding, which is cool. I mean, there's like no shedding at all with this one. And again, this is Freetress Equal. Let me get you the care card up again. This is Freetress Equal Natural Me. And she comes in, let me just tell you what other color she comes in. You can see her in the gray, as well as in the, I think this is a 1B, yeah, in a 1B. But she also comes in OT27, which is going to be a dark root like this, but only instead of the reddish color that I have, it's going to be like blonde. Then the OT530 is going to be more like a burgundy. So it'll be the dark root with burgundy-ish looking color. And then the OT Copper is going to be like a really red, like an orange red. So yeah, this is kind of cool. So these Natural Me wigs, I think they only came out with the two. This one and the one that I reviewed a couple weeks ago that I gave away in my giveaway. And thank you guys so much for the giveaway. I know it was a little confusing trying to figure out all the different jobs I had. Let me just talk about that just real briefly. I was hoping that you guys would pick them all correctly, but I mean, whatever. So the first job that I picked, or that I had, was a sandblaster. And let me explain. I actually did have to sandblast at a factory where I worked to put myself through college. It was a plant that made medical parts, like, you know, the caps that go on test tubes and stuff like that. They made a lot of rubber type parts. And because they had so much rubber in the back, which they called the mill, they needed somebody to, and they smashed it like on this silver plate, these really big 75-pound silver, you know, steel, I guess, plates. Yeah, it was steel strips, I guess. I don't have great memories of that, but anyway, so the rubber would like kind of be melted onto those steel strips, which were about maybe this thick, and they were really thin, but they were like this wide, and they were really big, like 75 pounds. And after they would get done with what they needed to do with the rubber connected to the steel, they would need to have that excess rubber blasted off with sand. And so as a sandblaster, you have to put your hands, it's like this big machine, and you put your hands in these big rubber gloves, and you pick up this blaster thing, and it's got sand in it, and you blast the rubber off of it. So I mean, that's what I had to do when I was in college. So that's where the whole sandblaster thing came. And I mean, like I said, you probably wouldn't have expected that, but yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so the second job, of course, some of you already knew the second job because I had mentioned that I'd done news reporting before to somebody, I don't remember, but I think I'd mentioned it before. And yeah, that was that. And then the other one was a tailor. And most of you guys who know that I sew and have seen my machine wig videos and that kind of thing know that I sew. So that one I thought was a given. I figured all of you guys would pick the tailor. As far as accounting goes, a lot of you picked accounting. Oh my goodness, I can't count my way out of a paper bag. So I definitely would not have been an accountant. And I forgot what the other one was. Oh, sports agent. Sports agent. Okay, I came close to being a sports agent. I had met, what was his name? Allen Iverson's agent once when I was living in DC. I met his agent, and he had said to me, you know what? If you're looking for a position, anytime in the future, just come and see me. So I almost became a sports agent, but I was not one. So I threw that one in there for good measure. But yeah, thank you guys again for participating. And I am going to have another contest. I don't know when. I'm looking for another milestone in terms of my subscribers. When I reach that milestone, that's probably when I'm going to have another review. Another contest. And if anything new comes up, like I told you guys, if anything new comes up that I see or find out about, and if I happen to get the wig, put your finger on that notification button so that you will be notified whenever that happens, because sometimes things will happen really fast and I want you guys to know. So I want you to hit that notification bell just so that you'll be prepared to find out what the news is. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. We love our family. We have a good time. Everybody knows that I try really hard to answer your questions. If you have questions, comments, I try to respond to your comments. If you have anything that you would like to see, like hair or, I'm not big on makeup, just so you guys know. I mean, I can do it, but I'm not really big on makeup. So if you wanted me to do like a skincare tutorial, I might be able to do that for older women because I do have a regimen for my skin. But as far as makeup goes, I'm just not the one. So, I would like to be better at it. I'm telling you, there is something in my eye, and I don't know what it is. There's something in my eye. Yeah. So if you guys want to check her out, I'm going to put the information about where I got her down in the description section for you as well. And again, thank you guys so much for your support. And as I always like to say, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, and of course, so are you. See you next time.